Hey there, Panda here, and welcome to the Hidden Panda Show. Today we're going to talk about No Man's Sky Beyond, and more specifically the unannounced third component of the update. Since the announcement of Beyond, we've learned two of the three parts of this massive update, those being No Man's Sky Online and No Man's Sky VR. The third component, however, is still shrouded in mystery, with theories running wild about what is to come. Some of us, like myself, believe the third component will be a massive space-related update, changing celestial navigation, fleet mechanics, and more generally, what it is that we do in space. Now, I know a lot of people are concerned that variation and other highly desired areas of improvement will be left out of Beyond. This, I can assure you, will not be the case, as Sean Murray himself stated that a lot of what this update is built on was inspired by the way that the community played the game. That is where I think we're going to find our biggest clues regarding the additional features that are likely to be added. So before we touch on the third component, let's first acknowledge that every major update has brought with it tons of additional changes and added features not discussed in the release trailers for the update. These additions are always found in the patch notes and usually discussed in great detail. That is where we will find the brunt of the additions, and I think that the three-component structure has more to do with the major features that people who aren't necessarily already playing No Man's Sky may be attracted to, such as the revamping of the entirety of online gameplay, adding a full VR experience, and the mysterious third piece of the update. You gotta remember, in order to continue to justify the ongoing development of this game without charging DLC or subscription fees, they have to continue to widen the player base, and this means that attracting new players who otherwise may have never tried No Man's Sky until learning of a deeper multiplayer experience or virtual reality may be important. Sean Murray knows that by teasing a few major features this update is to contain, that this will generate buzz about the game, allowing a small group of people to play the VR experience at GDC, for example, has already had the effect of many videos being recorded and articles being written praising it and adding fuel to the fire. I think that by the time the update releases, we will discover that animal AI and enemy AI have been improved, as well as significant optimizations to draw distance, base rendering, flora density, base complexity, performance, and overall variety would all have improved. But now that we've touched on that, let's get back to Component 3 of Beyond. The reason that I feel this will be a space update has more to do with the word beyond itself than just about anything. When I think of the word beyond, it always evokes the vast vacuum of interstellar space, the space between the stars. The space aspects of No Man's Sky have remained relatively untouched since the launch of the game. Yeah, they have added the ability to own freighters since launch, but what can you do with them? Freighters are just glorified garages for your multiple starships and a base that you can build inside. You can't control the freighters. You can't dispatch them to places with you and your friends inside. There aren't NPCs walking around, doing things, waiting for you to strike up a conversation or delegate tasks to. And also, frigates, they're a very cool concept that have a lot of untapped potential, but they're just not really there yet. I love the idea of sending them off on missions and they return with rewards, and they're also the only thing in the game currently that levels up with experience, but that just gets kind of blah after a while, seeing as nothing else in the game does that. One of my favorite things about current No Man's Sky, though, that I wish to see fleshed out more is uncharted systems. I love how nothing is there when you get there and you truly feel like you've discovered it. All the other updates have changed major aspects of the game, like when Foundations added the ability to build bases and own freighters, or when Pathfinder introduced 3 exocraft vehicles and shared bases, Atlas Rises introduced more lore, rudimentary multiplayer, and activated mysterious portals. Next, significantly changed the terrain and added the ability to play in third-person perspective, unlimited base building, and multiplayer. Abyss changed the underwater biome and added a submarine, new lore, and Visions added more diversity, changed the look of the game, and added new loot to discover. But none of these updates really changed space, and this is where Beyond will come in. Let me paint a picture for you before I do. Put your tinfoil hat on for a minute and imagine a No Man's Sky that opens the skybox, allowing you to travel between the star systems without a load screen breaking your immersion. Imagine steering in pulse drive while planets rotate around a three-dimensional star. Imagine NPCs that you can interact with walking around trade outposts, buildings, space stations, and your freighter. Imagine being able to pilot your freighter to a nearby star system with your friends inside, and then imagine them boarding one of your multi-crew frigates, which will take you planet-side where you can store exocraft that you can launch out of the bay and explore the planets. Imagine multiple biomes on a single planet, space stations like floating cities, and larger lobbies to experience it all with your friends. Do I think that we're going to get all of this in Beyond? Probably not, but I do believe that we're going to get some version of this in the Beyond update. It's also important for me to list a lot of my aspirational thoughts regarding No Man's Sky, because I think that as Hello Games follows the community and discovers this content, they're really going to see the direction that the community wants the game to go, and if they're able to produce that, they're going to make a large percentage of the community happy. Now, space is the only aspect of the game left relatively untouched since launch, and I predict the third component will be a space overhaul. But guys, what do you think the third component of Beyond is? Do you think that Beyond is going to be a major space update? Do you think it's going to be something else? Let me know if you guys agree with me, disagree with me, and why in the comment section down below. If you're new to the Hidden Panda Show, don't forget to hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and as always, I'll catch you guys later on in the No Man's Sky universe. Panda out.